viewers, live viewers, and replay viewers. Trying to go on CT scan. I think one thing that we sort of touched on is he said overall, I mean, for the most part, everything else based on the test and whatnot, yeah, it's good. It's all good. The concern is the fact that he mentioned about heart, and he said, well, that could have to do related to your heart condition, the bradycardia, which is the slow heart rate, which does appear to be an issue in terms of, it does appear to show up once in a while. And the funny thing that happened was, since I just took off the heart monitor, like within about 30 minutes before I took off to turn it in, then I had that vertigo incident. We couldn't see what was going on with the heart. So he was like, man, that's a missed opportunity. We don't know. It's hard to tell, if we had more results, maybe I could answer. And so he thought maybe, he says, what do you think about having the heart monitor again for maybe a longer period of time? He says, we could try it for a couple of weeks or more. He says, yeah, let's just do it. Let's get some answers. I said, and I said, let's go ahead and let's try it for a month, because you never know, And he said, yeah, maybe in a month's time, nothing will happen, because you never know. It could happen 1 month and 1 day later, similar to what happened to me last time. So you just never know, but we'll take a risk of running it for a month. So they're also going to do a ultrasound. They're going to do a test. They're going to schedule for that, but they could do it. Hey, ¿cómo está, amigo, señor, Mr. David? So the situation is that when we were talking, I was explaining my history a little bit. He goes, the issue was that, listen, what's kind of interesting is that as soon as you took off the heart monitor, you were done. 48 hours, you had that vertigo incident, and so it could be related to the slow heart rate, the bradycardia. The thing is, unfortunately, you didn't have the heart monitor running at that time when it happened, so we don't know if we could have had some kind of, insight as to what was going on. So we opted to go and decide, let's do it for a month now. Let's run a heart monitor test of my heart, wear it for a month, and see if we have any different results, or we have some signs there. He doesn't have enough to go on right now. Everything looks fine for what it looks like, but having more results would shed some more light. So they're going to schedule me for that. They're going to schedule me for a ultrasound. They want to take a look at the heart, closer look with the ultrasound part of it. They did the scan, the CT scan, for any blockage, arteries, blockages, whatever. They didn't find nothing. So now they wanted the ultrasound. They want to take a look at the heart, a closer look with that. Based on the ultrasound and the month of heart monitor, then I'll go see him again in about 6 to 8 weeks. Then we'll have a better understanding, at least according to him. I'm okay with that. So that's what we're doing. And so, yeah, man. So just taking the next step forward. Yeah, he even said that when they took me to the emergency room, which I'd forgotten about, my heart rate had even dropped to 40. What did he say? 48? Like 48. That's 12 beats below the normal 60. That's like, he goes, because he's thinking, like, not knowing, I'm just saying, he's talking in generalities here. If it's a continual situation where we can see that, okay, you're having a continual problem, or you're going to, based on what I'm seeing now, based on ultrasound and the heart monitor results, um, what would resolve it is the pacemaker. You need a pacemaker to regulate the heartbeat to be sustaining at a more higher rate. Right now, the electrical impulses of my heart, they're not really they're not working right. You know, it's slowing down, then it catches up to myself, then I get a normal heartbeat. So it's not really 100% if that's the case. So anyway, that kind of makes sense because I asked him, so yeah, does that, that relates to me being tired? He says that because I feel tired sometimes. He goes, oh yeah, that would have that answers why you would be tired because if you're not getting the proper heart rate pumping, oxygen level, whatever, you tend to get tired. So I think we're getting closer. We're getting a lot closer than we were. We're doing all the tests that we're supposed to do just to make sure we're covering everything, and it's not going to hurt, right? So now I'm on my way home, and I'm hungry. I'm going to eat something. So it's all good, man. It's all good, man. It's funny because she was trying to schedule me for that appointment for the ultrasound or the heart rate thing could be set up, and her computer just kind of stopped working. She couldn't get it to run. I'm like, oh, okay. Electrical malfunction. The computer was having some kind of bradycardia. Hilarious. See, right there, even right now, I felt that little. It feels like a bruise or something when I laughed, kind of on the inside. I should pay attention because he asked me. When you have he asked me about when I was getting tired. You ever taking your blood pulse at the time? Do you ever check your pulse? I'm not really. I don't. I never thought about that, and I'm not sure if I know. I know how to do that exactly. I mean, I know where my pulse is at, but I wouldn't know how to read it exactly. How to do the monitoring on that part of it. I should get one of those machines. I should get a machine. I'm gonna go to Rite Aid right now and buy. See, if they have one of those like pulse, heart rate, monitors things you could buy to test your pulse rate. I needed to get one of those. I'm thinking I'm gonna go right now and buy that because that way, if I'm at work at home and all of a sudden I start getting tired, I can put that thing on and check my heart rate, see what it's at, if it's slowing down, right? And I can log it in. I can log the date and time, what the heart rate was, and then I have my own little list of things, and I can always give it to my cardiologist and explain to him like, this is what I got. No, maybe I shouldn't have to do that. That's why I have the heart monitor. I'll get that set up for that reason. So, but maybe it's a good because my mother-in-law has that. She goes, here, let me see, let me check your heart rate, and she gave me the little machine there, and she tried it, and it was like 62, I think it was at the time. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, that hurts right here, my chest, from all that sneezing, the heavy sneezing. Oh, wow. Oh, that hurt. Woo, that hurt. Hurt my heart, man. Hey, says that Tommy Two Tone. Remember, there's that guy named Tommy Two Tone. Remember, he used to sing it back in the 80s? Oh, man. That felt good. Wow, that's just huh? Or enlarge the font. Should allow you to enlarge the hope that somebody thought about that. Is enlarging when you're using your phone and you're getting comments. You can change the settings so um, you can enlarge the fonts on it. uh, just a little bit bigger. Welcome. Woo! Yeah, I'm going to go home now after my appointment. I'm going to make me some. I got some Marie Calendar Popeye chicken Popeyes. Ooh, or I have. I'm gonna do just move out of the way. I mean, he took him like 15 seconds to slowly move from the right lane to the left. I mean, and he was straddling the center line too. Just taking his time moving over. It's like you can't just do that. Just move over already. I think he was doing like almost 10 miles below the speed limit, just cruising along. Yeah, so yeah, I'm waiting to. They'll probably call me on my phone and schedule me to pick up the heart monitor again. Do it for a month now. We'll do it for a month. Yeah, let's get some results. God, that's so funny though. I didn't even think about that. How it happened right after I got that vertigo. Right after, about half an hour after I took the heart monitor off. It was for 48 hours. I took it off, got ready to go, and then on the way out, I had that vertigo. So weird. Tommy, is it Tammy? Tammy Williams. There we go. Tammy. Right? Tammy, give me the high five for the win. Woo! Look at that. Whoa, she came through in the clutch again. Wow. Sweet. Nice. So yeah. Gisa Tammy. It's Tammy, right? I got it right. I barely read that, man. Yeah, so he said, yeah, you look like you're in good shape. You seem to be what do you do? So what do you do, man? He was curious. He was asking me, and I said, oh, I work for the state. I'm just a sit behind the chair on the computer, but I play sports. I play sports softball from May to September, and then soccer all year round, except for last year because of COVID. He goes, oh, okay, good. Well, that answers my question. But it doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter. People can do things to increase their life, to prolong their life if you want. But if you have a heart condition, a neurological condition, a vascular condition, something that's hereditary or just you get because you're born with it, so that's something you can't necessarily change. That's just something you have. And you can do all you want to drink all the water and quit your smoking and drinking and, trying to stay healthy. That helps, but it doesn't mean you're not going to still have a problem. You know, just do what you do, man. You live your life and try to live it to the fullest and stay out of trouble, do the best you can and help others and, you know, do what's right, do what's good when you can, when you know you should. But if you're going to struggle in life, no, just because if you're a good person or a Christian, it doesn't mean you're not going to have problems. We're just as human as anybody else. We're going to have problems too, whether financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. We're humans, and even the Bible says we're going to go without having any problems. Still going to struggle. So just because you're a Christian, it doesn't mean everything's going to be peachy keen, you know, unicorns and roses, and you know, you're living in a dream. If that's the case, it's not true, you know. But being a Christian, if you believe in God and you believe in what He did for you, why He did it for you, and you repented and you asked for forgiveness, and you asked that He change your heart because you wanted to be changed so you could live a life that's for Him, you know. you will change. You will see things differently. The light in you be different. I know I was watching some guy right now on Periscope while I was waiting for the doctor, and I'm watching him talk. Sorry, sorry, Dave. Sorry, I could read your comment. A little comment. And I'm watching the guy. I started watching him as of last year, I think it was. Smart guy, but being smart, having an IQ doesn't mean, um, you know, you're going to be a good person. That you are a good person, or that you'll make good judgments. You'll make the right decision because your level of understanding, your IQ level, will be only used for what you think is right, based on your understanding, on your cultural norms, or your how you were brought up, to your understanding. You could be agnostic or atheist, but have a high IQ level, so you can make decisions based on what you think is true. To some people, truth is relative. There's no absolute truth per se. So uh, I was watching this guy, and I realized, what is it with him that I'm seeing? Because now, see, he's going back. He's going to church. He's going back to church, and he's reading his Bible now. And he's had, I think he's having his moments with, like, wow, this is, this is life changing. And I'm looking at this guy, and I realize, my gosh, his composure, his complexion, he just looks. What's the word? I don't want to say he looks softer. His face looks softer. There was light in him. You could tell through his eyes. You could see through his eyes and his face. It was more like wonderment, like he had seen something. He had come to something that only God can tell you, and you can see it in him. Before, he was more. He had more of a rough look to him, a little bit more serious. He was more thinking up here, right? And you can tell there was a difference in the way he looked. Today, it was more when he spoke. Even though he was thinking through a different set of eyes. You could tell it was like, like telling you folks, this is, through experience and through prayer, right? And you can just tell it's different. And I'm telling you, man, it's different. Um, at this point, I don't have concerns about what me going to the doctor. I'm just doing what I need to be told to do. He's the doctor. He knows best. I just go through it. But I'm not looking forward more than that. I'm not looking up too far ahead. I don't have control of that. So, whatever happens at this point happens. I can't worry about that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm at right now. And I just wanted to share that. I'm home. I made it safely. God willing, said, okay, Ruben, you're going to make it home. There's no car accidents, no incidents on the way home. So I made it. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And it's great, guys. Just know that first of all, don't ever assume you're alone. You're never really alone. It could feel that way sometimes because maybe you don't have close family or friends around you. You could be alone in the sense that you're home by yourself, but never feel like there's nobody out there that can reach out to you and give you a word of encouragement or just something. Make a phone call, talk to somebody, a brother or sister, a high school friend that you haven't talked to, somebody on Facebook. There is somebody, I guarantee you, that's going to lend an ear. I could almost guarantee you that. Okay. I just encourage you to know that, because you matter. You matter. To somebody, you matter. It's important. Okay. So I am going to go. I appreciate the time that you took just to spend a few moments of your life just to chat and listen to my small words of encouragement, and just my insight and just sharing. Life is good. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Jimmy Ritz. Look at that name. Is that your name, Ritz? Is that your real name? That is so cool, Ritz. Putting it on the Ritz. Jimmy on the Ritz. I like it. You're not alone, dude. You know why? Because you're right here talking to me. Okay. If you want to chat, give me a call, man. 360-250-0924. Give me a call. Look me up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Mr. Silver and Gold on YouTube, Silver and Gold usually on, Periscope, Happs. You'll find me. One way or another, you can find me. Okay? So, all right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta eat lunch. I gotta take care of my dog. She's probably barking at me because she knows I'm home. And we'll chat later. All right?